Hello there, and welcome to the latest edition of Castanet's Week in Review. Braden Ursel here, and I've got the latest details surrounding the Okanagan's top stories from the past 7 days. Starting in Parker Cove, where several homes have been impacted by recent flooding following an evacuation order. White Man's Creek left behind a path of destruction, taking out the road and completely swallowing a car.
Police came to our door at about 3 a.m. or so to let us know that the neighborhood was evacuating because the water had burst onto the road and through everybody's houses. We didn't even know.
Further up along the creek, there's a big log jam, and they're deciding whether to bust it open, and if they do, then there's going to be a bigger surge that's coming down, and plus the snow melt up in the ice pack.
The community has come together, filling sandbags to help keep water out of nearby areas, but with more rain in the forecast over the weekend, residents are a bit on edge and are doing what they can to prepare for the potential of more rain and flooding. Penticton community members and school children gathered along the Channel riverbank on Thursday to take part in an important ceremony, releasing thousands of sockeye salmon fry as a part of the near 20-year attempt to rebuild the local sockeye population.
As far as raising the fish up, we had a really successful year, 4.9 million fish. It's been a long time in the making, not just with the hatchery, but with all the work that ONA has put in before that, all the prayers from the elders in the community. That's always a big part of it.
Alex tells Castanet this is an important part of the work Indigenous communities continue to do to revitalize the culture. He says the sockeye salmon are a key part to the local ecosystem. Tourism season is fast approaching in the Okanagan, and after being impacted by the pandemic for the past 3 years, people working in the industry are expecting tourism numbers to return to pre-pandemic levels.
We are back to 2 million visitors a year, but what we're seeing is hotel occupancies still aren't quite up to where they used to be. But the spending level of tourists when they come to beautiful places like this is now getting back to pre-pandemic, in fact surpassing in some areas pre-pandemic levels. So the numbers have changed, but consumer behavior has also changed.
Tourism Kelowna says there was over $443 million of spending coming into the market last year, and that number is expected to rise in 2023. The 8th annual Cherry Blossom Triathlon took place in Kelowna this weekend to kick off the 2023 triathlon season for many Okanagan residents. It included participants taking part in a 700-meter swim, a 22-kilometer bike, and a 5-kilometer run.
Typically the training is the challenging part. It's the journey getting to race day, and then race day is the reward. There's a lot of talent that you never know who's going to show up, and when we have athletes coming from all over the West, it's really anybody's race.
The triathlon took place on Sunday at Kelowna's H2O Adventure and Fitness Center, with 250 racers battling it out for first place. And those are the top stories from the past week. Thank you for watching the latest edition of Castanet's Week in Review. I'm Braden Ursel.